guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another plant video. We're gonna be doing another tag video today. We're doing the Never Have I Ever Planty Game Challenge by Agirlwithagarden. I was actually tagged by Caitlin from Plantlifeinthetropics. She's awesome. Definitely go check them out. Caitlin is literally like my favorite person ever. I am going to be doing this challenge. So basically it asks us a bunch of questions, I think 20 questions, and you're supposed to have an alcoholic beverage, but I live with my parents. I'm 22 years old, but I live with my parents and they're alcohol free. Like they don't do alcohol at all. I do it occasionally, like I'm a very occasional drinker, maybe like once a year. So I don't drink alcohol either, but I figured I would get some like iced tea. I'm Texan, we like tea apparently. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the questions because I don't really think there's very much else to say. The first question is, never have I ever killed a cactus. I don't think I have. Maybe a succulent? Does succulents count? I'm gonna drink for succulents. Are succulents cacti? I think cacti are succulents, but succulents aren't cacti. I think that's how that works. So I'm gonna go with yes. I've killed my fair share of succulents. I started off with succulents actually whenever I started collecting plants, and a lot of them have perished, unfortunately. The next question is, never have I ever taken a plant cutting that was on the ground of a plant nursery. So I started off with succulents whenever I started getting into plants. So I did like occasionally take a leaf or two. I never really ever took it off a plant, but if there was like, you know how succulents are, they drop leaves like crazy. If there were ever like those leaves, I definitely would use to take them. Would not recommend taking it. It's not a good thing. I think it's funny because there was this one time I was at a Home Depot and there was a worker there, and he was so nice to us. He made like this really long conversation with us. He was the best. I enjoyed that conversation, but he was talking about how he thought it was totally unfair because there was always this like group of elderly ladies who came in with literal scissors in their purse, and they would like go around like literally chopping like stems and branches off of plants, and he would always have to tell them to stop. And it was just like, I can't believe people actually do that. But yeah, so I have, but I never did it like that. So the next question is, never have I ever spent more than $100 on one plant. And I mean, like technically I have. It was only that one plant, that Thai constellation. I spent like 100 and something, including like taxes and shipping and stuff. So yes, I have. I'm sad about it. I regret it. I do. I talked about it in my Juicy Plant YouTuber tag, but like, yeah, no, not my best decision ever. The fourth question is, never have I ever bought a plant just because it was trending on Instagram. So I have, like, I don't know who hasn't. I don't understand how you could say no to this. Pretty much all of my plants starting off came from like Instagram and like YouTube and stuff, like my Pilea, my Rhaphidophora, my Synapsises, like literally like my whale fin was like super popular on Instagram for a while. So yes, totally have. The fifth question is, never have I ever met another plant tuber. So I haven't, at least not knowingly. I've been to like swaps and stuff, but it's not really like people introduce themselves like, hi, I'm Alesia, I'm a plant tuber. But no, I don't think I ever have. The sixth question is, never have I ever neglected a plant and purposely let it die a slow death. So I haven't I haven't done it purposefully. Caitlin in her video, she kind of said like that she would do that, and she would just kind of put a plant outside and let it fend for itself. And I guess I do that, but every time that I've done that, my plants have come back to life. So I would say no, and then I end up just like keeping them outside. If I don't like a plant also, instead of just like throwing it outside, I'll give it to my aunt, and my aunt could either bring it back to life or murder it for me. So no, I haven't. The 7th question is, never have I ever purchased a plant and then later regretted buying it. Yes, 100% yes. I regretted buying a lot of plants, if I'm being honest with you, and I think it's mostly just because of their prices. I once bought a pilea online, like when I was first starting, and it was like in a tiny 2-inch pot, and that thing was like $20 something, and then later I found it at a plant shop for like $5. So I regretted that like so much. Oh, my Monstera standaliana, that thing bugged me so much. Just the way that it grew, I just did not like that plant when I bought it. In the mail, it came like, and it was like a strand. It was barely variegated. I didn't like that plant. I ended up trading it away. My silver sword, I bought it and it didn't look anything like the pictures that were online. Like the leaf shape looked nothing like the pictures online, and I was sad about it. So I regretted buying that because it was so much money. I think it was close to $50 with shipping and everything, and I was sad. But yeah, all of those plants all made me sad, and I regretted buying them. So the next one is, never have I ever bargained with a plant seller on the sale of a plant. So this one, I kind of asked hypothetically one time with the Shepherdii that I bought from the Kingwood Garden Center, like while I was plant shopping. It was kind of sad. Like it was like, it had more than a few like yellowing leaves. So I asked hypothetically, like, hey, if you have a plant that's like kind of like sad and like dying, would you guys give a discount? And they said no. So that was the only time that I really asked for a discount, but it was kind of like not really asking. I didn't say like, hey, can I get a discount on this because it's dying? I was just kind of like, do you guys typically do discounts if a plant is sad? That's kind of how I asked. The next question is, never have I ever killed... Oh, I didn't drink for that. I have technically bargained for a plant. The next question is, never have I ever killed a rare plant. I don't think so. Yes, I have. I have. The Alocasia black velvet, that plant made me so happy. I loved that plant so much, but it did end up getting spider mites, and in my attempt to save it, I was spraying neem oil on it pretty much like every day. You don't need to spray neem oil on your plant every day. And when I was doing it, I was like basically soaking the plant. It was like in a tiny 2-inch pot, and I was like soaking the plant. I had tried like multiple treatments on it, like pretty much every day, not just neem oil. I think it was like water and soap and like all the things that people say that you should use to kill spider mites. Like I was using all of those things on this poor plant, and it wasn't really the leaves that started getting sad. It was like I rotted that thing because all of the treatments and stuff that I was using on it was like getting soaked into the soil, and I was doing it like every day. So obviously that thing was gonna die, and I was so sad because alocasias, they're like bulb plants, so you could kill all the leaves, but if you keep the bulb intact, then the bulb will probably give you new leaves later. So I was so sad that I basically rotted it. So yeah, I've killed a rare plant. It makes me so sad. Now I steer clear of alocasias, but yes, I have killed a rare plant, and it's very sad. The next question is, never have I ever driven over an hour to shop and visit a plant nursery. So again, like Caitlin said in her video, I actually don't drive. I know that I've mentioned it on my channel before, and I've also mentioned it on my Instagram story. Don't feel bad if you don't like driving or if you're scared of driving. Like I am terrified of driving. Every time that I get behind the wheel, I like sob, like I cry. I can't drive any sort of distance without just getting super overwhelmed and like getting a headache and crying. I hate driving so much, and hate is a very strong word, but I hate driving so much. And whenever I put this poll on Instagram, like whether or not people were scared of driving, I actually think it was like 50-50. Like people were scared of driving. It's not just us, I promise you, it's not just us. But have I asked my mom or my boyfriend or somebody to drive more than an hour? Yes. Actually, Tiffany, I've mentioned her on my channel 1,000 times. She has a bunch of Hoyas for sale. I love her. She's the sweetest person ever. Like she's the kind of person that you just kind of want to hug and you feel like you become like instant friends with. She actually lives over an hour away from me, probably like an hour and 15 minutes, but I live in Houston. It literally takes us an hour to get from one side of Houston to the other. So, and that's not like a difficult thing for me to do. So yeah, I have. The next question is, never have I ever bought a plant that was so large I could barely fit it in my car. I haven't done that before. I like my small plants for sure. The next question is, never have I ever showered with my plants. No, I haven't. I've had many plants in my shower, but I usually take them out when I shower. I'm kind of scared of that, the hot water that I use, because I use like really hot water. I'm kind of scared of the hot water that I use would like shock them, because like it's really hot water. It's like basically boiling water that you're like watering your plants with. But if it counts, I do have a lot of plants in my bathroom that like I shower and they're there. The next question is, never have I ever went on a no plant buy and it was successful. Never have I ever went on a no plant buy and it was successful. I guess I have. I've gone on a plant ban before. I actually am on a plant ban now. So I was kind of successful for like a month there, because I did buy a plant the other day, but I'm gonna do like one plant a month pretty much that I'm giving myself. So I'm kind of successful, but it's not really a plant ban if I'm buying plants. So I'm just gonna drink to that because that's a confusing question. The next question is, never have I ever gotten a plant for free. I have. I definitely have. I'm very thankful to my channel and to y'all, because y'all are the reason why I can get free plants sometimes. I've gotten like discounted plants from local plant nurseries, and they've like occasionally like given me like a dying plant that they don't want anymore, or that they know that they're not gonna sell. So yeah, I definitely have. The next question is, never have I ever bought a plant as a gift for someone else but then decided to keep it for myself instead. Oh my gosh. Yes, and yes. So that question is so funny, because I've told this story on my channel like multiple times. I'm not sure if you've heard it. I actually got my very first plant, like my own very first plant, because I was buying a gift for my boyfriend, and I decided to keep it. And then after I kept it, I went crazy with succulents, and then I went crazy with houseplants, and now I'm here. So yes, I totally have. The next question is, never have I ever sold a plant online. I actually have. I bought this aglaonema once on eBay. It had instant buyer's remorse. I think I paid like $60 for that plant. It came in the mail, and I just like, I regretted it so much, and I didn't even want to look at it. And I was like, this thing needs to get out of my life right now. And it was too expensive for me to just give to my aunt or to give away. So I decided to sell it, because like I wanted my money back, because I had spent so much money, and that was why I felt so guilty, because this plant was just not worth the money that I spent on it. So I did post it on Facebook, and I did sell it to somebody, I think like in Washington. It ended up basically costing me money to sell it to somebody, because I think I sold it for like 10 or 15, maybe $20 less than what I actually bought it for. And then I paid like shipping on it, and it was just, it was this whole ordeal. It made me feel really bad. It still makes me feel bad just thinking about it, but the person who received it was really happy with it. I think it was a birthday purchase for her, and I like left little note and like gift wrap and stuff in it. So I don't know. I tried to make it special. I did. But yeah, I have. But that's been the only plant I think that I've sold a plant online. The next question is, never have I ever deleted mean or inappropriate comments on YouTube. So I'm gonna drink for this, but this is a confusing one. I actually don't like go through and like physically go through and delete things. But YouTube actually like filters some comments. It puts them in spam or possibly inappropriate. And the ones that are in possibly inappropriate, I actually don't delete them, but I just leave them there. Like I don't approve them. And I've gotten a few of them. I think I've only really ever gotten 3, and there was one that was just so funny. It's nice to go back and look at it and just be like, wow, some people are just gonna do that, and that kind of helps me out. If I see an actual mean comment come through, it helps me laugh about it a little bit. So yes, I kind of have. The next question is, never have I ever bought a plant with the internet. Never have I ever bought a plant with the intent of propagating its cuttings for sale. No, I haven't done that before. Not really. I don't think I've ever like taken the opportunity to get a plant that was like special or rare just so that way I can chop it up and sell it. That makes me a little sad. Like I think you should be buying plants for yourself because you love them, because you can take care of them. I think it just kind of depends on the person. If the person like buys a plant with all of the knowledge and all of the research and all of the love, and you know that you're gonna love this plant, and maybe it's a little bit bigger than you want it to be, so you cut it up and you're like, okay, cool, I can make my money back, then yes, that I think is perfectly okay. But if you buy a plant and you know absolutely nothing about it, and then you like chop it up and try to sell the pieces, that makes me a little sad. So no, I don't think I ever have bought a plant with the intent of cutting it up and selling it. So no. The next question is, never have I ever went to a big box store run and not gone to the garden center. Yes, actually, this one time last year, I think. I really like nail polish. I don't know if y'all know that about me. I actually really love nail polish. I'm not an expert. I can't actually like paint my nails well, but I do love collecting nail polish. I have like hundreds of them, but I did go to Lowe's once with my dad to build a nail polish rack. So yeah, I actually have gone to Lowe's without going to the garden center. The next question and the last question is actually, never have I ever met some of my followers in person. And I totally have. I've met some of y'all in person. It's so nice to be able to see people's faces. It just makes me really happy. I know that I've like even had people like message me and then in person tell me like, oh hey, like we talked the other day on Instagram, like you probably don't remember me. And I'm like, no, yeah, like I totally do remember you. But it's really nice to be able to meet some of y'all in person. Y'all have no idea. It makes me very happy. It also makes me very anxious because I know that I'm a really awkward person. Like I am aware that I'm a really awkward person, but I try to get through that because I really love y'all. But yeah, that is gonna be it, I think, for the plant tag. I tag Deya. I also tag Plantlifeinthetropics and Taylorfirestone. I want y'all to do it, like you and Rachel, like both answer the questions, please. But that is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Obviously, if you haven't done the tag and I didn't tag you, go ahead and do it. Like I am tagging you, like feel free to say. Lessyasleaves said that she tagged everybody, so that's why I'm doing it. Definitely do it, please. But that is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button down below, and if you like me or you like plant videos, go ahead and subscribe if you want to. But that's gonna be it for today's video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!